Howdy folks, today is going to be my video, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 video. This is start out with the hardware. Hardware to me, all of it's hard. But anyway, figured I'd start out with the hardware. And this is my favorite shavette here. This is a Feather Artist Club SS in Camisori style. Really enjoy using this one here. It's with the way this is designed, it's really easy for me to use, maneuver around my face. Just really enjoy the way this is shaped and made. Get great shaves with it. It is my favorite shaver. And I have a few more. That's the first one of the 5. Second one, and these are not in any particular order outside of just numbering them off. This one here is a Gem Micromatic, the Flying Wing. This one here, that dot right there, is the Guiding Eye, sometimes referred to as the Bullet Tip. To me, the Gem Micromatics, the way they're designed, to me, they're just awesome. Just considering that these started back in 1929, basically, in my opinion, bulletproof. They're just really well made, engineered. Really enjoy shaving with them. Just I guess you might say, an engineering marvel of the time, at least in my opinion. Another single edge shaver, more of the modern sizes, is a Ockman's razor here. This one here comes with 3 plates. This one here is the 2 dots. You can kind of tell up here. It's adjustable by the screws here on the back side. Very first time I used this shaver, I was really impressed. Very first shave. Very close, comfortable, smooth. Really enjoyed this razor. One of the first ones that I got. Another single edge in the way of injectors. This one here is a modern one. This one here is from Supply, the polished version one. And this is another one. The plates, the dots are on the underside, but this one here is a 2 dot also, referred to as the classic. And I get good shaves with this. I don't have a problem with this one at all. I know sometimes, injectors aren't for everyone, but for me, this one here is really nice. I enjoy using it. Has a good weight to it too. Something I kind of prefers shavers with some weight behind them. To me, it's more of a challenge using a lighter weight one, so that one makes the shave go a whole lot easier. Also, not to leave anything out in the way of the very last one, in the way of hardware, and this one here is a vintage shaver. It is one of my favorites. It's a twist to open. This one here is a red tip Gillette. Very nice shaver. I've got more than one of these. I really do like them. For me, this is the aggressive end of this lineup of the flare tips. This one here, I guess how I got started with this one here is I got it through a raffle, and just really, I probably should say a giveaway, but anyway, in other words, I didn't have to buy my first one, and just fell in love with how it shaves, and it's just a really nice shaver. To pick out just 5 of the hardware was quite a chore. It took me quite a while to figure all that out, how I wanted to represent each, I guess you might say, category that I have, and still didn't get them all in. But when you only have 5 to work with, this is what I came up with. Next one on the list is going to be brushes. You kind of tell I'm more heavy on the hardware side of things. This one here is a older brush. This is a Century brush that was brought back to life, probably a better way of saying it, by Strike Gold Shave. Frank did this one for me, put in a badger knot for me. Really nice knot. This one here, you should have seen it when I first sent it to him. It was not in a real good shape, and just really looks beautiful now. One of my favorite brushes. Not real familiar with badger knots, but this one here, I can tell you, it works out well for me. One of my favorite brushes, and this one here is a horsehair brush. Like this handle style, it just fits in the hand real nice. I like horsehair. Some say it's in between a boar knot and a badger knot. When This is wet. It is very soft. It works well lathering up. It it's kind of hard to describe. It's uh, just a tad bit better than synthetic, in my opinion, as it goes for ease of lathering. But this, even with a knot this small, it works really well for me. Speaking of brushes, my very first one, this one was it. This one here is a Burma Shave brush. This one here has got a bore knot in it. I can pick these up locally for about $4.19, maybe $4.39. It's inexpensive, under $5. I can go in the store here and I get these. And one of the reasons why this one here is my favorite is because it does a wonderful job lathering up Williams mug soap. It really does. It seems like this brush was just made for Williams. It's what I learned to lather on as well as with. But yes, this is one of my favorites, most inexpensive brush I've got in my den. And this one here, now this one here is a Envy Shave. I have a few brushes that have the metal handle, and most of them are by Mac Metalworks. But this one here ranks up there. This one came through the Shave at World Facebook group, and this one here, you can kind of tell there's the robot there that goes right along with Han Polo. This is one of my favorite brushes. Talking about a soft knot. This very soft at the tips up here. Very nice. One of my favorite brushes. Can't hardly go wrong, in my opinion, with a metal handle. It'll last forever. Got it rated right up there. So that was the 4. 3. Now I'm on to my soap. Speaking of Williams mug soap, yes, I can pick this up here locally for $1.29. I've learned how to shave with it, lather with it. You can't hardly beat it at that price, $1.29. There's not very many shaving soaps that really could compete with Williams. And once you learn how to lather with it, it's a great soap. Speaking along another line of mass-produced Parasso, they've got a great lineup of soaps, aftershaves, pre-shaves. You can usually find these on sale for right around the $5 mark. The creams are pretty inexpensive in the grand scheme of things when you look at some of the more expensive ones. But I really do enjoy Parasso. It's just one of those that I really would, if I had to slim down my shaving gear, this would be one I would really want to keep because I enjoy the lineup. One of my favorite when it comes to artisans is Vanulay. I'm going to be shaving with this one right after this video. I got started with Vanulay when she was selling. She had soaps in the tins, and that's how I got started. I bought those tins on sale. They were 5-ounce tins for $5 a piece. Awesome, awesome sale. That's how I got started with Vanulay, and just really enjoy her soaps. The way Monica sets them up, it's a soft soap. It's not a cream, but it's not a hard soap. It's very close to a crope. Very easy for me to lather up. I enjoy her scents. This is just one of many. When you only got so much room to fit these in, you're leaving out a whole lot of people. And so that was the 3 there. Now I'm down to 2. It gets even more difficult. So aftershaves. One of my first aftershaves that I bought, besides Aqua Velva, was Clubman. I really do like the Bay Rum. I've got a few Clubmans. The Reserve products I really enjoy those scents. To me, great value. I like them. Glad I got them. And the one that I feel like that just does an awesome job on the face. This is a huge bottle. 6.4 ounces. Barbado. First time I tried it, I was just really impressed on what it does with my face. Right after the shave, I applied this and my face feels so good. I really enjoy Barbado. This is one of my favorite aftershaves. That was 2. Now number 1, blades. For double-edged blades, and for me some single-edged blades, but Persona is my go-to blade. This comes in various different forms. This one here, this package here is made here in the States. There's another one that you'll see with a different title, a different format up here front, and they're made in Israel, as well as I have the X series, which is a smaller box altogether. It is it's still got 100 blades, but a much smaller box. They packed them in there pretty darn tight. But anyway, Persona's been my go-to blades for quite a while. My first blades were Dorco, and that version of Dorco was called Pace. Uh, Kind of rough on the shave. You still use them, very usable, but it encouraged me to look for another blade, and I finally found these online, and been my favorite ever since. One of my favorites, I should say. That wraps up my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 video. Love saying that. And I'm going to get this cleaned up and get started with my shave. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay safe and smooth shaves to you.